All right, I'm gonna start recording and anytime.
Okay, welcome back. So,
Hi,
well,
everybody.
hi,
Hi.
I am. So when we last left off, the group was following Dr. Fincher's, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word, caravan or medical caravan to Parents Post. You were only a few days away, so throughout the travels, you were talking to the very particular, very soft-spoken doctor, and you agreed to travel together. As for the rest of the journey to Parents Post, is there anything else any of you characters would like to bring up, either to Dr. Fincher, his guards, or to each other? Or would we like to make the next scene you actually entering Parents Post proper?
I I believe my character would do one thing during that
Sure.
that travel, which would be
Okay.
test the shit out of that sword. Just like handing it like all around the group and seeing how it like lights and things like that.
Okay.
And also
Okay.
checking if like I could use any of my other like magical artifacts to try to activate it.
Okay.
Like the big black heated stone or my ring.
Okay. All right. um. Not a problem. As far as, moving it around, testing it, that's fine. When you say, your other friends, your other traveling companions, checking with them, do you mean like going to, like, say, for example, Tom, since he activated it before, and have him do it again and say, like, explain to me exactly what you're doing, like that type of thing?
Generally yes.
Well, why don't you just roleplay that out with Tom real quick then, real? Why not? Just for shits and giggles, if you're up for it.
All right. Well, Tom, it is time to do some experimenting while I'm holding the sword kind of like,
You make it sound so epic. Well, Tom, it's time.
it is time.
It's time to
Just hold it.
experiment. You're not gonna chop anything off, are you?
Just take that
Um, I'm not going to be holding the sword, you are.
Mila's just sneaking from behind. It's so spooky.
He's acting really weird. Uh, uh, yeah. I'll take the
It's
sword.
super
I'll.
weird.
Alright,
And it's over.
so you lit on fire before. How did you do that?
Should we be having this conversation in front of everybody? On the journey there?
Yeah, around the earshot, since you're traveling with the caravan, there's probably always at least a few of Fincher's guards are kicking around, at least within the earshot. So you'd have to purposely try to get away from the group, which you can do. The caravan does take odd stops, especially when camping down for the night.
Yeah, I would prefer to do it like where we can go to a clearing or something away from the camp, and that kind of thing.
Sounds
Not in
good.
front of everybody else.
That can be done. That can be arranged.
Alright, Al, you come here. I wanted to test more things with
No,
sword.
I already told you I'm not really much of a sword guy.
I'll give it a try.
I know
okay.
you can do it, Mila.
Oh, but
Like Al's just like, all right, give me the sword. Like he hangs his head down and then just holds his hand out.
So
Just give
while
me the
traveling
sword.
to it, I would just like have let's have Mila try to explain to him how to use the sword.
all right. Now you got to plant both your feet firmly on the ground. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, kind of but Mila kind of stops and like is thinking really hard. Okay, tell you what. Why don't you look at the sword and think really hard? Damn, I want that on fire.
Okay. Al looks at the sword and thinks really hard. I want this on fire.
Think harder.
He squints his eyes and thinks, I want this. I want this on fire. Like the whole thing just seems silly to him.
Want it
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking so much.
Yeah, nothing's happening. You're thinking real hard, as hard as you fucking can to humor her, but nope.
And then Al goes, "Oh no, I failed. Oh well." And then hands like the sword back to Mila.
And the sword drops to the ground, and Mila's standing upright, but she is asleep. What?
Mila.
Retrieve the sword.
She's asleep.
All right. I guess I would try to gently like put her in a sitting position, leaned up against the wall or something.
She's good.
All right.
By God, the sword put her to sleep. I do have mind power. No. No.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to be sitting there with like a big freaking red stone next to the sword and just kind of like not really touching, but kind of like trying to get them like close and maybe just think really hard about like, hey, just heat it. It will light on fire.
Okay.
This will work.
Didn't you want me to play around with the sword?
But we're not there yet. We have to get to the travel, I guess.
Oh, okay. I thought we were fast forwarding.
No,
We can. Yeah.
I'll try to do that during the fast forwarding part.
All right. Unfortunately, interacting it with any of the other items that you have doesn't seem to spur it on. Now, you are on the right track. Your skills and your experience do say that sometimes, such things can happen, but this doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay.
Not a big thing one way or the other, but just so you guys all know, someone's got wind hitting the mic off and on.
Oh, no. That's horrible. I wonder if it's the GM who has an air conditioning nearby. Let's get that stopped.
Inferno, if it is you, I would prefer your comfort over anything. So don't like.
No. It's fine. I have the window open too.
Okay.
I didn't realize my mic was that sensitive.
Well, hey, it's a good
My
headset.
Okay. My apologies for past few minutes there.
I do have a quick question. I'm looking over this list. Out of character. So I'm looking at this amplified hearing cybernetics thing on the list. At the bottom it says bonuses +1 to parry, +6 to dodge, +6 to initiative. Is that at all times, or is that a specific?
No, I wish it was at all times, but it's in a specific circumstance if using your hearing will help in that situation. Like, for example, when you can't see and now you're relying on your hearing, right?
Mhm.
Or you're about to detect an ambush and that would happen on, like, the first turn or something like that, which gives you that edge, and then it would go back to your natural skill.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
But
Like,
still,
for-
it's still a big bonus.
Right.
For instance, if somebody just used the ring and didn't say pineapple, you know.
Who would dare do that?
Mm.
Why would
Oh.
someone? Why would someone do that?
Anyway.
Oh yeah, Mia's asleep.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. Then I'm
Anyway.
done.
Cool. Anyway, so yeah, let's move to the scene with Patrick and Tom then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna give the Patrick? Tiff?
Patrick?
So
Are you
I
gonna
was-
initiate or?
I was
Yeah.
going to wait for like some sort of like scene entrance, but yeah, I can
No,
do
I'm
that.
sorry. There doesn't necessarily have to be a great big scene entrance. Maybe just before you guys break for dinner, you go off to a more private area, away from the interest and curiosity of Dr. Fincher and his traveling guards.
All right,
Yeah.
I know that at least you and Mila can do this.
Mhm.
Al doesn't seem to be trying that hard.
No, I don't think he's actually putting much effort into it.
Excuse me. I will have both of
You're
you
not
know.
there, sir.
Al.
Oh,
You're not there.
I thought okay. I didn't realize you guys had gone up by yourselves. My bad. Sorry.
Yes.
Good day, sir. You are not here,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
All right.
But for me, it doesn't seem to be something about effort. Maybe the technique is something I need to work on. What do you usually do?
I just concentrate my sonic energy into it, and then poof.
Right. So I don't have that, I think.
Uh-oh.
Alright. See if we can.
Don't use explosives on it. That's not so it's.
I know. Tom, could you light this stick on fire? I hold up a fairly like girthy stick, and I kind of like point at the top of it.
Sure, I'll try and light the end of the stick.
Right.
It is now lit.
And now I'm going to like try to just kind of touch the flame to the sword, see if that does anything.
Nope.
Nothing. All right. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Well, if you want, I can hang on to the sword and, try and play around with it, see if I can figure out something else that it could do, or try and experiment with it.
Well, if it's powered by magic, and it's usually done by some sort of source, I'd probably need like a magic battery or something that actually can flow magic, which I don't particularly have.
No.
Yeah. We ended up giving those away. For a good cause.
Right then. Well, time to get back to the caravan then. Thank you for the chat.
Okay. I really do want to hang on to that sword eventually. Maybe.
He's just walking away with the sword.
He's not even listening.
Patrick!
Later.
Patrick! Runs after Patrick.
Patrick's just swinging it. Wow! Yeah! Check out my cool ass sword!
I got this cool ass sword.
Check out this cool ass sword I got.
I think I would probably eventually give it to Tom
Okay.
on the journey back.
Cool.
All right. So do we want to start our next scene just arriving back at Parents Post?
Sure, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. So as I drag you all over back to Parents Post, just in case you're unsure of any of the references, but you're able to. Once again, you come across the familiar outer farmlands and other areas of the territory, until you come across the fort itself. Everything looks the same. There's been no great attack or anything like that. Although you notice normally in spot number 15 there. That's for open parking and for other individuals to just camp out. That area has gotten a lot more full, actually. When you were last there, there was only maybe about half a dozen vehicles or so, and now there's probably over 20, with a lot of other just small camps pitched up around there. You have to navigate it a little bit in order for Mila to get her motorcycle back, or at the very least to navigate your own vehicles to that location. Even Dr. Fincher is having a hard time parking his truck, and he mumbles something about, it must be the Tri-Season Festival's coming up again, I suppose. That explains everything. And what I was going to say, what's really interesting is that as you drive up, and if you choose to park your vehicle right now, everyone is staring at the dragon skull that you have on the top of Patrick's vehicle. Oh, excuse me, I got a cough here.
I'm coughing
Don't-
so that his muted mic is
Okay.
completely worthless.
Wait,
Don't
what
die.
is the
Oh, well,
point of
great,
that?
good job.
Thanks, sweet.
I'm here for
Son of a
you
bitch.
guys.
So everyone is just staring at this dragon skull. No one has come up to approach, but it's clear that this is not a very common occurrence. There's a lot of whispered words and pointing by children and that sort of thing. Fincher suggests that once you get yourselves comfortable and rested and cleaned or do whatever else you wish, if you're interested in actually continuing our conversation in regards to cybernetic augmentation, please come and visit my office. It is located, and he gives you rough general directions. Of course, that location can be found at spot number 13. So he's like, yeah, that's where you can find me. It's across from the tavern there. So sometimes it gets a little rowdy at night, but otherwise it's fine. And obviously, if you wish to enter Parents Post, you have to go through the same security check as you did before. Checking all your vehicles. If you want to try sneak something by, you'll have to do a check. But is there anything in particular immediately that you want to do, or do you want me to continue to give you just a rough, continue the story along, so to speak?
I want to go by the tent and see if they have Jackie yet.
Squirrel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
squirrel.
glad Squee and I
Squirrel.
have priorities set.
Attention immediately. Squirrel.
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 Okay. So, you approach Cyberworks Incorporated. It's still the tent itself, although it looks like it's gotten a little bit bigger. Perhaps they've done some sort of expansion or gotten, widened the tent or whatever. It still has the same sign. And now, is everyone going to Cyberworks, or is it just going to be Mila and Al?
I'm
stick
not
by
really that
the,
interested.
I'll stick by the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mila and Al, you enter the tent, and you do not find the fellow that you were dealing with before. I believe his name was Jacob Emmanuel, that DB who had, really large owl-like eyes. He is not there. Instead, at his desk is a stern-faced and steely woman. She looks to be pushing 50 or so. She has short hair, but it's pulled back. Her hair is very light, a blonde intermixed with some gray swishes to it. And she looks up at you with steely blue eyes, and she says very curtly, "Hello. Welcome to Cyberworks Incorporated. My name is Sadie. How can I help you?"
What happened to the big weird guy?
Oh, I'm assuming you mean my predecessor, Jacob Emmanuel. He is no longer with us.
Oh,
will
good.
now
I
be
didn't
your-
like him.
That's all right. He was not a very good salesperson, so I've come
No.
to clean up his mess, so to
He was
speak.
pretty bad. He was pretty bad. Don't you think so?
I think Al looks a bit, for just a moment, a bit worried, but he covers it well.
Okay.
Yes, we placed an order some time ago for a robotic squirrel. I believe on the paperwork it said by the name of Jackie. We were wondering if it may have come in yet.
Yes. She says your package came in last night. Normally, such things are not arrived so speedily, but it seems that your benefactor, Dan Perrin, whom the locals call Finger, kind of expedited the delivery. So, before I give you your device, have you operated in artificial intelligence before?
What?
Have you had a robot before, miss?
I've had little ones that stay in my box.
No,
Is
no,
that-
no, 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 no. That's
No, we have no,
that's the answer would be no.
no, no,
no.
yeah, no. Mm-mm.
She's like, but I have.
So, she says, I see. Well, perhaps I should give you this as well then. And she takes out a 250-page tome that
Oh.
says CyberWorks Incorporated User's Guide, Artificial Intelligence, Animal Level, and plops it on her desk. And then she goes and fetches the parcel. It's actually, she exits to the rear of the tent, and as she opens up the tent flap to get through, you do see obviously a large mega damage vault or carrying case behind the tent itself, which you're assuming is used for storage. She closes the tent behind her, and a few minutes later, she comes out with a rectangular box. It's about 3 feet long.
Inferno. Sorry, real
Yes?
quick. The few minutes she was gone, was there anyone else in the tent?
No.
Okay. The desk that she sits at, does it look like there's any drawers or anything? Just a desk.
Strangely enough, it's just a simple desk without any drawers. Her laptop's on it, and a few other baubles, like a catalog or a data pad. But other than that, no.
I would like to, when she leaves, I would like to, if it's okay, Mila,
Huh?
can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you stand by where she went and then let me know if she's coming?
Yeah, I guess. Why?
I want to check the computer and make sure that they did Jackie right.
Okay, sure. So Mila kind of walks over and.
And then
No,
I'd like
just-
to try and look on her computer very quickly, just very quickly searching for anything involving coalition, maybe what happened to the other employee, something that would be of interest.
Alas, her personal computer is locked on the main screen, and it is asking for a password.
I have computer skill, but I don't think I have, what would that be, hacking?
It would be hacking.
Yeah, I don't think I have hacking. Well,
So
then,
unfortunately, you won't be able to get much further.
right, then just cursory search the desk and room for anything.
You just see a few other orders that are put in. At a glance, you can see that they're not really for artificial intelligences. They're for operated robotics, which is pretty much someone who guides the robot itself. It gives it very, very basic commands, and it sets it out. Like, for example, like a farming labor robot that the Jenkins got.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing else that is clear on her desk that you nearly have time to root for. Because at this point, you actually don't know when she's coming back.
Right, exactly. Okay, good enough.
Okay.
Thank you, Mila.
No problem.
And as Mila goes back to her side of the desk at the exact same time, she arrives. She comes back, and she kind of glances and glares at Mila a little bit because she saw her move from behind her desk to in front of the desk. And she has a 3 foot long by about 2 feet wide metal box. And she puts it down on the desk there. And she folds her hands over it. And she looks both at Mila and at Al and says, "Before I give this to you, I think maybe I should make myself perfectly clear. My predecessor played things very fast and loose, and made deals and promises that were beyond his authorization. I do not do that. If you and I are to have any future involvement, will be on a customer-provider relationship only. Do you understand?"
Why wouldn't I?
That's not an answer. Do you understand?
No, it's a question to asking why you would ask me such an insulting thing. Why wouldn't I understand something that a 6-year-old child could?
Because... And she purses her lips a little bit, and it's clear that she's a little upset. Because you represented yourself as someone in authority. You got a discount because of that figure. I don't care if you work for the Coalition, for Dan Perrin, for 100 freelance mercenaries. I don't care. You do not get any more discounts. That's what I mean.
I am fine with your change in policy, but
It's not
don't
a change in policy. It was never an official policy.
don't get angry at me for your own employees' failings. I can understand just fine.
And she takes a deep breath and she says, "You're right. It was his failings. I just wanted to make things perfectly clear that that's not how Cyberworks operates."
And I am fine with that.
Okay. Well, here is your product. And she says, the user guide is complimentary. If you require any assistance with your robotic device, we do charge 100 credits per hour for consultation.
Okay.
Thank you very much for shopping with Cyberworks, and I hope you have yourself a pleasant day. And she says those words, but her face does not reflect the "have a great day" type of thing. It's more of I'm expected to say this, so I'm saying it. Now please get out.
Mhm.
Oh.
And I will say as cheerfully as possible, you as well. And then grab the parcel and the manual and leave.
All right.
Hmm.
So, when you choose to open the box, do you wish to open the box? What's in the box?
Mila, out of curiosity, can we wait until we get somewhere to open the box, or are you gonna like dive right into it?
No, we're good. We can wait.
We can wait. I'm gonna. I know Mila probably won't have much interest in it, but Al's gonna read that manual cover to cover.
Oh.
All right. You obviously can't dig into it just yet, but there'll be plenty of time to do so. All right. Back at the ATV. Excuse me, all gassy. My apologies. Back at the ATV. I have to just get my right screen up again. Once again, everyone's just kind of looking at you. After a few minutes, people kind of stop staring, except for a few. And until you see one woman whisper to she's in a camp with your suiting as her partner or whatever, and they have a small child. It's a young girl, probably around 9 years old or so, and she won't stop staring at the 9-year-old girl, that is, won't stop staring at the dragon skull, and she keeps pestering her mother until finally you can hear, it's about 50 feet away, but you can clearly hear the mother says, "Fine, just go ask them then. Just be careful. They could be dangerous." And so the young girl kind of goes up to you, and she goes, "Hey, mister." And she's talking to Patrick.
Yes.
Is that a real dragon skull?
Yes. I'm not quite sure how long it will be our hood ornament anymore, but yeah, that's
Are
a
you
real one.
knight?
I think my friend might be a knight. I'll look around for Tom, see if he's in eyesight.
I'm assuming he is.
I kind of wave him over.
Tom.
He's
Sorry,
writing
my
something.
stove is going off. Yes. Hi.
Hi. You're a knight?
This-
Yes.
Yes, I believe this man is a powerful knight indeed. Slayed the mighty dragon with his fearsome sword.
She scrunches up her nose a little bit and she says, "You don't look all that powerful. You look kind of small."
Inferno, out of character, how heavy is the dragon skull?
Like 500 pounds heavy.
Like, I'm curious, and this sounds crazy, but would it be light enough? Like, if Mila and I were to even attempt it, we could kind of move its jaw like it was talking.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
you're
God.
not here. But
Aw.
yes. I think
Okay.
so.
No, this is just curious for my own. A
For your
thought
own
occurred to
cur-
me. Yes. I know I'm not there.
Okay. Anyway, she looks up. She's like, "You don't look like a knight."